I thought today was another good work day. Really proud of the guys for their approach for these couple of days. We have a little bit of extended time before we play again, but the opportunity to improve and get better. Some of these guys got to get their bodies back. Had a physical tough season, and but I like the attention to detail that they're bringing, trying to give some opportunities to show different looks. Continuing to work on our improvement, cleaning up mistakes that have maybe shown up throughout the season, and just building that confidence in the habits of what we're doing and what we're building. And so, I think the guys have had a really good approach. It's been great to get some of the extra work with some of the younger guys and it's not just younger guys; it's guys that maybe didn't get as many opportunities on the field. This fall that we know the potential's there. We just want to build upon the consistency and being able to have these practices that the extended session with the developmental guys. I mean, it's critical, and I love the way they competed yesterday. I thought we got much better, and it's good to see those guys rise up in competitive drills.
I think 10 of the 15 guys on the All ACC for you were former transfers. You guys obviously have done a good job in the portal, but what is it about those guys that their buy-in to this program and development has benefited them so greatly?
Well, I mean, it's expectation. It's expectation coming in. It's a providing opportunity, and it's no different for a transfer than it is for a high school young man coming in. And we're looking for the right fit. Now, some positions we've needed to get maybe a little older or more experienced guys that can come and pair with some of the younger players that we have that are continuing to develop. And but the message is the same for everybody. You're going to come in, you're going to get an opportunity. What you do with that opportunity, is going to be a result of what it looks like throughout the course of the season. And it's and that's what I tell every transfer and high school recruit. And I try to be as transparent as possible of the expectation of being a part of this team. And we're not going to have just individuals, and that's we're building a team to be able to win a championship. And that's we played some very talented teams this year that were filled of talented individuals. And I think that you saw our group. They came together. They believed in each other. That's what we're building, and our guys know that expectation.
You talk about taking advantage of opportunities. I don't know if anyone on this team did that more than Patrick Payton. I guess you don't do it for the recognition, but how nice was it seeing that recognition for him yesterday?
No, I loved it. I mean, I love when players get recognized for the work that they put in, and we see it on a daily basis. He was thrown into action, more action whenever Jared got hurt, and he took full advantage of it, and showed that he was ready. He put in the work. He was able to show the growth, and people took notice. And I'm just very proud of that young man, because you can talk about transfers and guys that come in the program, and then you talk about the high school guys that have come in and developed and played at a high level, and guys that that have been through the process of growth, and it's fun to watch. And it's, as a coach, I mean, that's where you see it on both ends, and just proud and happy for him.
I know that window for the transfers opens up on December 5th. What have you guys been able to do? What can you do until then to be ready? I
mean, there's some young men that announce their intentions. So when those things happen, we can't talk with them, but we can evaluate, and we can get as much evaluation on film and get a sense of, is this something that fits a need that we have, or could ultimately make our team better. It's a unique year. There's some positions that we don't have much desire to take a transfer unless it is a very specific, game-changing opportunity for us. And I like our team, and I like the guys that we have coming back. There are some positions where we are going to be very aggressive to, if the right fit's out there, to make sure that we're presenting opportunities. And other than that, it's just that's what we can do till the 5th. Now, obviously some guys are at the FCS level. Or graduate transfers that are already been in the portal. We've been active with some guys there, and once again, it's just about putting together the best team, and that's all a part of our process.
I don't want to say wean, but are you at a point now where you can wean off the portal a little bit? It won't maybe be as vital to getting the pieces you want on your roster as it happens?
I mean, it's like that's once again it's the best fit for Florida State. So I'm not, you know, the young men that have come into this team, they're a part of this team. And whether they were here for 1 year, whether they're here for 4 years, the expectation is the same. The investment is the same. So it is, if the opportunity presents itself to make our football team better with the young man that we bring in, I don't sit there and say, well, this is our transfer players, and these are like, yes, every player that we bring in, we want them to be successful. We want them to achieve at a high level. Guys that are younger in their career, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. You know, some guys it doesn't. You know, as Ari Thomas, you know, this year, you know, Patrick Payton, you know, freshman of the year, you know, you see, you know, a lot of guys that have had immediate success, you know, throughout their career. Shaheem Brown, you had an unbelievable game the other night. Like, you know, we have a bunch of redshirt freshmen that have played for us, and you know, true sophomores that have played for us. It's exciting to see those guys that take advantage of those opportunities. Well, on the flip side of it, if we can make our football team better with, you know, more developed and, you know, just, you know, older experienced player that at a position of need, then yes, let's do that. But we won't. I'm not going to jeopardize the team, the culture, the mindset, you know, just for a talented player if it doesn't fit us.
I know everybody wanted Winston Wright to be able to come back this year. How did he handle that process? And just...
I mean, it was incredible. Like, I mean, you know, it's a hard journey. You know, that young man loves this game. He loves his teammates. He loves competing. And, you know, we want to make sure that when he steps back on that field, that he is right, that he is, you know, in all ways playing to the best of his ability, that he's not, it will be a secondary thought of what he had to overcome. But, you know, he had a really good year. You know, I'm so proud of him. Some of the metrics that he was able to hit, you know, in that rehab were remarkable. And yeah, it never got to the point to where he could go out there and you know, that anybody was ready just to say, all right, let's force this when it wasn't time. And you know, he has had the right mindset. You know, I'm sure he's had some really good days, and he's had some tough days. You know, just to have to deal with it because of the competitor that he is. But man, I love his spirit, and you know, I'm excited about, you know, watching him with this year ahead, and, you know, getting into the off season. You know, he's feeling good. I mean, he's looking good. It's good, you know, getting some of that continued rehab and work out there on the field. So it's great to see.
Jordan obviously will have a decision to make. A lot of guys will, but a guy like Jordan, if he were to come back, how important is it to progress and not, you know, be the same guy you was?
Every player on this team, like, and that's why these bowl practices, like, you know, you mentioned Robert Cooper. Like, we all know Robert's going to be, you know, taking his game to the next level here in a very short period of time, but he has to get better today. And, you know, it is progression, improvement, growth. Like, that's the objective of this program. So any and every member of this team, coaches, players, all involved, you know, we have to improve, and that's why there's no wasted day. We're not coming out here just to say that we did and check off the box of a practice. You know, we want to make sure that we're leaving this field better than what we stepped on it. And, you know, it's a big picture mindset with a very simple focus on the day and opportunity to grow. And you know, I think Jordan's proved himself to be one of the best players in college football. I know that. I've said it for a good while, and you know, now more people are taking notice of that because of, you know, what he's put on display on that field, and you know, he's going to continue to grow and get better with every opportunity he gets.
What are these next 3 weeks like for you and the staff as you get back on the road, recruiting, official visits, early signing period, and how has the portal changed that period of time?
I mean, it's still about the relationships. It's about getting out and being able to build those. You know, having this dead period, you know, for the few days, you know, after the season I think is good. You know, being able to first time we've really experienced that, but I think it's good because you're able to, you know, refocus and refresh, you know, with your current players on, you know, just, you know, an overview of what they've done and and plans for the future moving forward. But now you get on the road and you go see the future. And we got a lot of guys in the 23 class that I'm gonna get out to see. I know coaches will see. It'll be a mix of the 23 class. We will see some guys that are transfers. We'll see some guys that are in the high school ranks, and then gathering information on the 24, 25, 26 classes. Just make sure we're building those relationships, and I'm excited about that. And then obviously when we get to January, it'll be a much bigger focus on the younger guys that we're on, and so just try to have a good mix. But it's a chaotic time, and I'm excited. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 different plans for depending on what bowl we might show up in. I've got all that set. We've got scripts rolling, and just try to be as organized as possible when we get back, just so we can be efficient with that time.
How excited are you about the 12-team playoff? And do you think, man, if it was this year, we'd be watching these games on Saturday with a real shot to be in a playoff?
Yeah, it's the opportunity to compete for a championship is something that that everybody wants, and we've won 3 national championships here, and it's something that we're really proud of the teams that were able to accomplish that. It's nice to even realize that some of the steps that this team has taken that would put us in that conversation, and it's close, and so for us,
Good for college football?
I think that with all things, the structure and organization of it, making sure that for the student athletes there is a good balance of how it's all organized. I think is if that can be done right, it's exciting. I think I love the bowl season, and that's something that's always been important. And I think there's a way to be able to do that, to have the bowls that are in place, but also to be able to have that playoff that for a long time it was just the one game. For a long time it was no game, and then there was a championship game, and then now you're getting to a 4 game, and you see the attention that it draws. It's a really cool experience, and so it's something that it's here in front of us, and we'll see what it's like when it gets there. But my biggest thing is just the organizational aspect of it.
Les Harris and Stephen Dick Jr. have been doing more at practice. What's the latest in their recoveries?
Yeah, they're continuing to progress. I don't believe either of them will be ready to go and cleared fully for anything here for the bowl, but they're coming along, and we're excited about the steps they've taken, and we'll see that once we get here into January exactly where they're at, but expect big things from them moving forward.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.